anointing work in each one's favor afresh this morning. Godliness is profitable unto all things. All things mean not one is exempted. Profitable unto business success. Profitable unto successful academic pursuits. Profitable unto old age. To career progress. Profitable unto miracle man. Anything that is good answers to godliness. God does not play with words. He's the God of the world. In fact, he's the word himself. From the beginning, okay, we've been running through a series. Godliness empowers the believer for all-round breakthroughs. This is part 3. Godliness, part 2 of that. Godliness empowers believers for all-round breakthrough, profitable unto all things. From today, everyone's breakdown shall be turned to divine breakthroughs. That's how powerful godliness is. It's able to turn man's breakdowns to unending breakthrough testimonies. Man's frustration to jubilation. It empowers the believer for all-round breakthroughs. From the time man's creation became a necessity, God tied it to godliness. Let us make man, Genesis 1, in our own image, after our likeness. So, godliness simply means God-likeness. Like God is what they call godliness. And that was the grand design of man. God said, this man, this creature, the next creature, the crown of my creation, the purpose for his creation is godliness. Let us make man in our own image, in our likeness, God-likeness, godliness. Because that is the platform for all-round success. That's the platform he will stand to represent me to the entire creation. And that's why the enemy knew well enough. The only way to bring man down to frustration was to shift his faith from godliness. To make him shift his ground, that's all. To make him shift his ground from walking with God. From being like, the devil is he came too late. As God really said, Genesis chapter 3, you'll be like him after. No. He said he doesn't know how to coordinate. As God really said that when you eat this food, you die. He said he would die. That was God's instruction. The devil now came twisting it. And the devil said, you will not die. Whatever God says about anything, that is the thing. Don't look for negotiation. A great man of God, T.L. Osborne once said, every time a believer sins, something dies in him. Something dies in him. So the way to get man off his dominion status was to erode or disconnect him from his source. So we look at that in the first service. The controlling force of the spirit of disobedience. That God man disconnected. That was the beginning of his travail. That was the anchor sin that brought man down from that height of glory. Brought man down to oppression. Brought man down to fear and molestation. The controlling spirit called disobedience. You know what I mean? Time you see yourself moving against laws is not normal. Every time you see yourself moving against established laws of life, it's not right. You end up being broken. That's how it works. You end up being broken because the devil knows to get man off dominion, sow the seed of disobedience into him. It will land him in wilderness. Bring him under curses of life. But somebody is free today in the name of Jesus Christ. So it's a battle. The battle line has been drawn. From the time God said to the devil in Genesis chapter 3, from today you will bruise his feet, but you will crush your head. The devil was never placed above man at any time in creation. Never at once. You see, the devil was at no time made for man to be subject to. No. Not one time. So you have not right, I have no right under God to attribute sinfulness to the devil. In fact, he said, neither give room for the devil. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 27. Don't allow him. That means you are power to stop him. Don't give him place. The place he occupies around you is the one you allow. That's God's wisdom. He will crush your head. No matter how you try to bruise his heel, he will crush your head. I say, the God of our Father, he said, he will shortly bruise the devil under your feet. Satan, as far as God is concerned, is not your problem. That's why, you see, when you understand this principle of God, you will care less about what the devil is doing. You will want to know what your Father is doing. There are two ways to fight a battle with the devil. You are after to know that cobweb, the demon of that cobweb. You are wasting your energy. And there are many agents of ease. They are different, they are not anointing oil now. Different oil, that can be anointing oil. They are different oil. This one is for syphilis. This one is 5,000 naira only. 5,000 naira. I said. This one is a terrible disease. Call it broncho. 7,500 naira. Are you not aware? Merchandising in the name of the Lord. Please understand, from creation, man was created for dominion, including dominion over sin. It was challenged, but God brought in the answer of redemption. That's why redemption simply means sin destruction. That's the redemption. Say, ye at ye, quicken. Don't you know you have been bought with a price, sufficient price? You've been bought over. Redeem means to buy back. To own again is redemption. To own again. I once lost you, but now I have paid sufficient price to have you back again in godliness. That's redemption. It means sin destruction. And clearly the Bible tells us Jesus spoiled the devil. Colossians 2:14 and 15. He made a mess of the devil. So the devil is not permitted by divine arrangement to have dominion over me. I've left the realm who delivered us out of the power of darkness and translated us into the kingdom of his own Son. Colossians 1:13. Although the battle is fierce, the believer is more than a conqueror. Only those who overcome will enter the eternal rest. So heaven is not for strugglers. Heaven is not for those who are coping with sin, who are panting sin at the conquerors, those who murder sin in righteousness. Those are the place is meant for. He that overcome, not he giving excuse why he has to sit tell lies. And giving excuse, it's not only me. Why must it be you at all? Some people thought, why did he say, after it's not only me now? Has he not made it right? After all, it's not only me. The devil just said to you for destruction. That will just said to that fellow for destruction. After all, it's not only me doing it. After all, it's not only me doing it. Heaven is meant, and heaven begins here. Heaven is in your heart. His presence is here. Dominion over sin begins from here. It's not meant for escapists, those who are struggling with life, struggling. You know, the wife doesn't know the amount of money the husband hands, all manner of twisting and all manner of, and then in church. Heaven is meant for sin conquerors. He that overcomes. What God is doing this month is to reactivate the dominion genes in everyone. That you are not meant to serve sin. You are no longer under the yoke of sin, the righteousness of God. It became sin that we may become God's righteousness. So we've been exploring the forces of uncleanness, ungodliness that we must deal with. So we look at the spirits of disobedience in the first service. In this second service, we'll take a step forward as we look at another controlling spirit that is out to negotiate your inheritance of beauty and glory and color in Christ. It's called the spirit, the lying spirit. It's called lying spirit. What is it? Lying spirits. Lying spirits is one of the end time, but it's not now. It's been there. But it has been reinforced to look so appealing that it's just a way of life, after all. It's just a way of life. Please know that lying is a demonic influence. It's a demonic influence on people. And the target of that demonic is to bring the captive under God's wrath. Lying spirits. You see, people tell lies to avert man's judgment, only to land in God's judgment. That's lie. Temporarily, he has played the smart person. Nobody knew. You know why? It has that power because of man's inadequacy of knowledge. So man can be lied to. So that's one of the weaknesses that it uses to perpetuate its operation. So they try to dodge man's verdicts, only to land in God's heavier verdict. So when somebody told a lie before his boss, okay, it's okay. And so you escape, only to land in the deeper one. And so because of the limited knowledge of man, unable to unravel the secret behind the discussion or information, the thing perpetuates. And because wickedness is not checked immediately, people say, okay, I told you I got promotion. I told you I got promotion. I told you they changed my level. Now, I've seen people like that. A time comes, a time comes you begin to wonder, those doing this thing are getting promoted. Oh God, where is your eye? And you are tempted to join them. It's because of the limited knowledge of man. Lie tried to evade man's judgment only to land in God's heavier judgment. That's why I said, although sentence against evil is not checked immediately. And that's why the soul of man is airtight to doing it. But it won't always last. The story of Ananias and Sapphira, see, it's typical here. Acts chapter 5. Oh, and can you see no, it was time for projects. They are non-project offering. And God said to her, bring me that money. God will speak to you now. Say, I need that seed from you. And so they brought everybody, maybe the money was so big before every other person. Maybe they even gave the best. Holy Ghost said, why did you lie? People didn't know, but I know what I told you. That's the meaning. I know what I told you. And so the Holy Ghost spoke up through Peter. Why, as you are not light unto men, you may escape man. Why have you lied to the Holy Ghost? You have not lied unto man, but unto God. An instant judgment landed. Yeah, I mean, that was not the first time they would tell it. It has become a way of life. You see, you may even tell lie under anointing, quote and unquote. And you lose so anointed under the lie. I have known people that will fabricate African magic stories as testimonies. Are you hearing me? African magic. There was a pastor I took over from. When in this service, we'll be working on African magic in his room. Service was holding. He would be watching television in his room. When I got there, I said, people be coming for counseling, he watch television in his room. All manner of fabricated testimonies. To make, and because man is limited, I was not there after when you saw whatever you claim you saw. Only to learn the bigger problem is the weakness of this spiritual life. And it's a bait. It makes it so evasive, so undisturbing that you can continue it for years. It's a demonic influencer. But according to Revelation 21 verse 8, but the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars. What do you hear there? How many liars? It's a serious point. It's all. It didn't say all idolaters, but it's all liars. Because he knows men will say white lie, green lie, lie to child. It's not my child. It's not about my husband now. It's my own husband. How many liars here? Say all liars. Shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone. This is the second death. All liars will end in destruction. That's the meaning. Many people won't tell you this one because even the man preaching to is in part of it. But escape has come for many this hour. All liars will end up in the destruction of air fire. And it's very simple also that you can't lie and not know you lie. You lie though. You know you lie. That's another thing. And that is what makes his escape easy. You cannot lie and not know you lie. You cannot know. You cannot lie and say, I didn't know I lied. You know. Because it's conscious. It's conscious. It's a conscious distortion of the truth. To make untrue presentation look acceptable. It's conscious. Lying is not what happened without your knowledge. You know it. That's what makes it easy to handle. I taught our children, I said, if you would die, tell the truth. Let them kill you and go to heaven. Die there. Did you do this? I did it. I didn't know it was wrong, but I did it. Let them kill you and go to heaven. Than to be alive. And your hell is ready. It's ready. Hell is ready. Not to say, hey, rubbing your head. He is ready. All liars, including phone lies. Where are you now? I'm close to the office. He has not left his house. All liars. I'm telling you the truth. All liars. You better believe the word of God and dump what's in vogue. Where are you now? Where? I was at MMA one day, sir, and I saw this thing live. This guy, we were together in the lobby. He said, in fact, I'm in Abuja right now. I'll soon be in office. We're in Lagos. You know what happened? The man in light was behind him. He said, this is your Abuja. This is your Abuja. See how weak, how destructive this thing is. They began to, sorry. I'm about entering the plane. That's what I mean. I'm about entering the plane. But I'm not, even though you have a ticket, that doesn't mean you're in Abuja already. Don't say, well, that's understandable. What's understandable? Understandable for what? That because that's understandable. What's understandable? Even if you are in the plane, you are not in Abuja yet. Not, you have not left Lagos. If I will be in office, maybe he calculated in the next 2 hours I'm in office. I will be in Abuja 1 hour, 1 hour, I will have cut. But he's still alive. He said, this is your Abuja, see you. I was laughing. Many are fitting here and I'm talking now. You see the quietness, like burial ground? That's how it is. You will know. You will know. It begins with exaggeration. How many people were in that service? We're about 5,000. Thanks. One thing I love about this apostle, about this commission, listen to his message 2001 and see him quote a figure. He will quote the same thing tomorrow. No round up. I learned that from him. If you have given money to go and buy something, don't tell me it's miscellaneous. You have to explain the miscellaneous. You have to explain it. What's the miscellaneous? Break it down. Don't you know what you spend the money for? You say, let's assume. You don't assume anything. You know what you did. Put it down. We're not saying, you write it down. Say, let's assume. You don't assume. The assumption is more of the assumption. We bought 5 naira, told get 2 naira, stated. We went for a meeting, some senior pastors meeting in Lagos some years ago. And then we're giving an advance. That an advance simply means you retire now. You should have enough sense. You retire this money when you come back. We don't know how much it costs. Okay, take this one and some money. We expect 24 hours retirement. So I came back and I told the office assistant, the account assistant, I listed my expenses. Went back about 30,000 or so. Can you imagine? To the office, go give them the details. This one, taxi, this one, and then this is the balance, your money, return back to you. So I went to the state office sometimes later, and then the accountant called me and said, sir, nobody, he said, even the state pastor, he doesn't know that too, sir. He said, nobody retired though. And you went on the same journey. I said, but I didn't have to know who retired, who didn't retire. That was what I spent. He said, I even said the money was not enough. We went to the same place now. Later, about 1 month later, we have turned it to ground. Let's not offend anybody. Because by the time I now report that one person retired, we are about the others. So he now converted it to grant. Grant means, take it. Now, the question is this. So, even if it's 30 billion, is that what your life is worth? You must come to a time in your life that these things lose meaning to you. So I'm telling you the truth, you can't catch me with money. No. You need to allow the Holy Ghost help you see money what it is. So you can be free. Permanently free. And the major problem, the root of all evil is the love of money. But you can be free from the love of money. You need to see it for what it is. Many prostitutes today is because of money, nothing more than that. Many fornication, but you don't have an excuse. Well, how else? Don't tell me how else. 2 wrongs will make a right. Drop this one before God can lift you. He said, wait. You become too weighty, God can carry you. So I say, let's drop these things and wait. The moment you continue, you become weightier for God to lift up. You are becoming too weightier for God to lift up. Drop that thing, God will lift you up. He will lift you up far above your widest dream. You need to know victory is sure. I tell you the truth. A lady was angry with what God was doing in our church. At that time, I didn't have an assistant pastor at that moment. I had about 3 of them that worked with me in that station. And so, it was a construction exercise. At that time, no statutory bodies yet. Oh, they are wow. 2005, 6. They started 2004. Now, so I was the assistant, only I was the assistant pastor, the accountant, the office assistant, and we were running a multi-millionaire project. The only time I went to the bank was when they need my signature. So they felt, because they quoted for the job. I said, no, it can't be. I can't, if it's my building, I can't build like this. So it's not possible you get the job. You can't get it. You can't get it. So they became very angry. And so they wrote Oman and captured them. We have led that station for another station. And so the matter was sent to the headquarters. One of them because there was somewhere that God sent our way is an engineer, Ajibola, an engineer. Was supervising Arik, that place was Arik environment, Arik Rumeme. It was environment. It was being a mighty structure there. So he was there, member of the church. So fantastic brain, knew what to do exactly. In fact, when they came for that project, they said, well, they didn't expect the money will have finished that project the way it was. We see our balance. So they said, well, when the letter came, we left the station. So they rose up because there was one, he was the one in charge. There was people that were taking care of money. He said, I was the one. I never knew any worker on that project, sir. I don't talk to workers anywhere. I don't know how they bought cement or how they bought any iron rod. That's not my assignment. So he said, no. They went to their quarter. I was the one paying. He was the one getting labor gang. So they finished the entire episode. He called me. I said, well, you have all your records in the office. He says, show them now. He says, we have finished the matter. I just to let you know how the matter was quashed. I was never called once to come and look at what you are doing. One of my hospitality aides in Eket was with me and said, well, we are building a multi-purpose or multi-million naira project. So he told me, sir, now that I'm your PA, let me tell them I want to supply cement. I said, go and meet them. If you qualify, they will give you. If you don't qualify, they won't give you. So he went, they didn't give him. He said, what happened? So I called them. I said, what about this man? He said, no, wanted a 900 sort of trailer load at this price. Okay, Sonny, can you supply this price? I said, no, they won't give you. Don't say because you are resident pastor, say, I said, can you supply this? They said, no. Okay, give him when you need 2010. You can manage. That's the one they'll be giving you. You can be free from this thing called money. Until you are free, you will never stop money. I'm telling you the truth. You will never stop money. I mean, sorrow and pains will never stop from your life. Yeah, I mean, if you don't know this commission, the devil will deceive you. This commission is not money driven, sir. That's why we have plenty. Do you know something? Those who go after it don't have it. Those who go after this thing only more, they don't have it. Money is a wonderful servant, but a very terrible master. Money in the hand is good, but money in your head is a terrible master. The reason is plenty these commissions are is because we are not looking for it. If you take offering here beyond that, you are not a fundraiser. Do your job and leave that place. Somebody say, I'm free. All liars. It is not who told the lie that matters, or to who you told the lie. The act of saying what's untrue is what makes a liar. Are you following it? It's not that after all it was my son. It's a lie. I mean, to the point that I said, oh boy, all I'm coming, I'll buy you goody. Then I came back and said, well, are you asking me for goody? You are a liar. You don't know? You're a liar. All liars means either white or green or blue or purple. Lie to your boss. Lie to your employee. Pastor lying to members. Minister lying to his audience. He said all liars. You better believe the word of God and let the devil not take. All liars means all liars. We end up here. That means those who go to heaven, they already know now. They already know now as I'm talking now. Those who make heaven should know now that if I'm a liar, heaven is not my place. That's the word of God. Don't pray for heaven again. Pray for deliverance from lying. Now. Except God's word is not true. No liar will make heaven. Say, oh, in there. So those who go there should know now, not that when we get to heaven. Which heaven? Which heaven? It's meant for those who have received grace to dominate these controlling spirits. Heaven is meant for overcomers, including overcoming the lying spirits